Good afternoon. Today we continue reading poetry in ELA. You need to get the copy of I Dream a World and Dreams that was posted for Wednesday in Schoology. I Dream a World is the poem that we read on Tuesday, and today we're going to focus on meter. Meter is the pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in a line of poetry. We mark the pattern with a slash mark, or in our case, a U, to show the unstressed and the stressed syllables. When we look at a line of poetry, we have to read it aloud and see where the rhythm is. I dream a world where man no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its paths adorn. Now, as I read that aloud, you may be able to hear a rhythm. Marking the meter allows us to show that rhythm on the page. So in line 1, I is an unstressed syllable. Whenever the poem is read, it's not I dream, it's I dream. Dream is the word that has the emphasis or the stress. So I, as an unstressed syllable, has a U placed above it, and dream, as a stressed syllable, has a slash mark placed above it. I dream a world where man. A is a one-syllable sound and is an unstressed syllable. World is a stressed syllable. I dream a world where man. Where is another unstressed syllable, and man is a stressed syllable. You need to insert a text box on your slideshow and show the marked unstressed and stressed syllables using a lowercase u and a slash mark, which is right on by your right hand shift key. In line 2, no other man will scorn. I dream a world where man no other man will scorn. No is a one-syllable word. It is unstressed. Other is a two-syllable word, so each syllable gets a mark. We say other, not other. So the first syllable is stressed. The second syllable is not stressed. I dream a world where man no other man will scorn. So man is a stressed syllable. Will is an unstressed syllable, and scorn is a stressed syllable. No other man will scorn. Where love will bless the earth. Okay, insert another text box, mark the stressed and unstressed syllables of line 3. I dream a world where man no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth. Where is an unstressed syllable? The stress falls on love, so we mark it with a slash. Will bless, so will is unstressed, bless is stressed. The earth, the is unstressed, and earth is stressed. One thing you may notice is that the pattern has repeated in each of the lines. It's part of the beauty of poetry is that poets actually choose their words purposely to maintain a particular rhythm while communicating a lot of meaning in their poetry. Now, this is our introduction to meter, and it may seem a little confusing. I'm going to show you a part of a very short video.
When you go to the eye doctor to check your vision, they sit you down in front of what's called a phoropter, and they flip through a series of lenses to determine the best one for your eyes. Is this better, or is this better? When you get the wrong lens combination, the world blurs, and you have trouble reading letters. When you get the right combination, those letters sharpen and you can read. Reading a poem's meter aloud is a similar way to test your ears. Consider this line of poetry, the opening to William Shakespeare's famous sonnet number 18. Which of the following readings sounds better? This one, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Or this one, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? First one, right? What about this opening line to Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven? This one? Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. Or this one? Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. The first one again, right? In both cases, the reason the first example works is because my pronunciation matches the poetic meter of the words in each line. The other readings I've read in the opposite meter, and they sound funny and unnatural. So how do we describe this difference? The most common way to do so in English is to follow the stresses in each phrase of the line. As you probably know, words in the English language are composed of a set of stressed and unstressed syllables. In poetry, these syllables are often arranged to create repeating sonic units, what literary critics call feet, that compose the meter of a given poem. Shakespeare's sonnet, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day, has the following metrical pattern. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. The repeating unit here is one unstressed syllable and one stressed syllable. This type of metrical foot is called an iamb, and there are 5 of them here. Since penta is the prefix for 5, we call this metrical form iambic pentameter, the most common meter in English poetry. In Poe's line, Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, you'll notice the opposite pattern.
Okay, and so that was a brief look at some examples. He sounds kind of silly, and he doesn't mind sounding silly, but it's a good example, okay? Now, that's all we have to worry about with meter in 7th grade, all right, is understanding that it's there, understanding how to mark it. We will talk more about it in the future. On slide 2, okay, we're going to look at a different technique. This is rhyme scheme, which you may or may not have been introduced before. Rhyme scheme is a pattern of rhyme at the end of each line. The rhyme scheme of stanza 1 of Dreams is ABCB. When we are writing the rhyme scheme, we look at the last word in each line. So we would look at dreams, die, bird, and fly in stanza 1. Dreams is the first line, so it gets the first line of the alphabet, A. Die does not rhyme with dreams, so it gets a different letter, B. Bird does not rhyme with dreams or die, so it gets a different letter, C. And fly does rhyme with die, so it gets the same letter. You can see the exact same pattern repeats in stanza 2, which is why we would say that the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B. Yet another part of the beauty of poetry, that in addition to meter, that writers also take a rhyme scheme and repeat it all the way through various stanzas of the poem. Make sure all of your notes are complete and submit your slideshow to the Dropbox in Schoology with your notes. as today's work.